So, well, my friends, behavior on a streetball court, also an important thing, because some people don't have behavior. I can show you that here. There is all dirt in, the toilet paper or whatever this is, cans are in like this. I mean, what is this? Tell me that. You see that? All cigarettes are in, cigarette. It's all strange, huh? Also here the toilet paper once again, and we have glass in. I don't know from what this comes, but it's dangerous when you dribble. You see, here is glass, yeah, here is this. That is not a good behavior on a streetball court, my friends. I will tell you, there are some stories, I cannot stand to this when I see something. I understand when young people are in, teenagers, when they have their fun. We all had done this, to try to dunk, to hang on and all such stuff. This is normal, but there are really people who don't think about it. They try to damage it, They say, mentality, I go in, is not mine. Doesn't interest me if it's damaged or not. I make a little bit this on the net, and all that stuff. I have seen guys who are taking their ball and extra pushing it upwards to the ring, that the ring gets a little bit, this is a stable ring, but there are other rings, smaller rings, and they are not straight anymore, they go up. Why are you doing this? This is completely stupid, and such people, in my opinion, with such a behavior, they get kicked out of a streetball court. We streetballers, we want to play here, and we look this at our God place, this is holy to us. A streetball place is holy. We try to look for that. Also, we look for other people. In a streetball court, normally you will never get a problem. You are accepted. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what age you are, and doesn't matter how good you are. If you're a beginner or the best in the world, that doesn't matter. We try to give our best here. And that behavior of some people, I tell you other stories from back in the days, There it was really other. Nowadays, there is not much respect on sometimes, When you play on one court, with one ring, and there come strangers in, they don't say hello to you, nothing. They take their ball and play on the same ring as you. This is nowadays the normal, that maybe has changed. I don't know this in other cities, but back in the days, normally, when you entered in and there was only one person playing, you said hello. You said hello, can I play? Because he was the first there. That was back in the days normal, Or you say, do you need longer? The rule back then was a little bit other. When you have seen there were guys in, you could not play. You have to wait. You have to wait. You cannot crush the game. You know what would happen there back then? It's impossible to think what nowadays people, they don't know what would happen back then. This is normally respect, that you ask, that you say something, and not only enter the place. So the stories from back then, when you enter the home court from other guys, you will get problems even if you asked. This was really, there were battles going on. Not only streetball, also in other sport parks. What I have seen there, this was really, if you know the film The Warriors, watch this film The Warriors. When they entered one area to another area to another area. And when I enter the other area, and they have known that I'm not from there, what do you think what will happen there? Maybe you get beat up for nothing, and when you have luck, your things, like here, they land in garbage, they take those things and put it into garbage, and then you had luck, I have seen this, I have experienced that, also when people entered our court, my home court, what do you think when their stranger comes and thinks he's the king there and makes something? That would be impossible. But when you come with respect, everything okay. You know what I mean? But I have seen things, I have seen parks, sport parks, when the wrong people entered in, they got beat up for nothing. They had done nothing. They were at the wrong place. if they didn't know the park and they went in, for example, they entered in here, yeah, there was a door, they entered in and were standing here, and then you have known, when now the wrong people come from this park, they will beat up these strangers. Yeah, I've seen this for real. They were standing there, and we have all known the next person to the door will get beat up, you know, for nothing, because he's in the wrong park. Then the really tough guys entered in and they beat this guy up completely, you know. I have had friends back then, they got also beat up because you had to pay money. Some people had to pay money that you don't get beat up, you know. I have seen people, friends of mine, they had broken ribs, broken nose, broken jaws for nothing. They had done nothing, only at the wrong time in the wrong park. And that could happen. They always had to watch. There was an escape thing, there you run out, you know. One time a guy came in, he was on steroids, and the other guy from me, he had to pay 20, there were a shilling back in the day, to pay 20 shilling to this guy. And I was standing here and he said, you go out, and you go out. And I asked why. He took my hat, he pushed me, and I fall 2 meters into a net, you know. That was the time back then. I had known really tough guys, yeah, really tough guys. Normally they would go to the city without problems, doesn't matter who comes. But when the absolute best beat up guys came, I tell you that. My guys, they were sitting all on the floor, you know. Really, when the toughest guys came in and entered the park, everyone was sitting, you know, the whole round. But this park was, yeah, 10, 15 times as big as this. They were sitting 30, 40 guys all on the floor, yeah. And also my tough guys, what I have seen, and they had really no fear. But there I thought, wow, that has to be really tough guys what come in now, because they were sitting and say to him, say nothing, be quiet, don't look at him. He will beat you up, he will beat you to hospital. And I thought, wow, that has to mean something. I was the youngest there. And then I have seen what happened there. Then we're entering in roller skaters. You know, they went in, they didn't know what to expect. They wanted to enter in. The tough guys have seen this. They ran to the roller skaters and they beat them up. They were on the floor and they were kicking with the legs into the back and everything. They got beat up completely to hospital. That was the time back then, you know. When you made the wrong things, you had really troubles. And so you tried to have respect and you had the mentality to know what to do, yeah. And the same is here. Such things I cannot understand. What do you think back then? Such guys, you know, when the real guys were in and they will damage your court, they would get put by their legs and pushed out of the court, you know. I have seen things there. One time the guy was coming in, what I know, and I had another friend by me and he was also a tough one. He went in the toughest blocks here and he beat this other guy up. He put him one completely in, but I was running out of the park because I knew when this guy comes in again, you are in big trouble. I've seen things. One time also a stranger was in there and he tried to beat up another guy, one of the tough ones, you know. He did it, and you know what happened? After 20 minutes the guy came back again, the tough guy, with around, I don't know, 20 people, yeah, 20 people he had by him. He went in and you had no escape. And then he was making a circle for those two guys, you know. And then now the wind comes back, but I have no possibility to change that now, maybe here. Then they were in big trouble, you know, 20 guys against 2 guys. And you know what happened then? He had, those 2 stranger guys had luck because we sport things were in there with 50 guys. And then all 50 guys went into a circle for the 20 guys. And then they had to go out, you know. That was the time back then. And nowadays you're playing here and guys enter in, no hello, nothing. I don't know, you know, really strange. But respect and watch out for your court, you know. Don't damage it. Yeah, don't damage it. Because that is stupid. Think always there are other people, maybe younger ones, who want to play who have happiness, and you damage it for those people. And so such cans, this is really unrespectful, it's stupid, you know. Normally, when you see someone is drinking there and he thinks, I don't search a garbage, I put it on the floor on the streetball court. Yeah, next players, they can hurt themselves. You know what you do? You take this can and you put it onto this hat, you know, and so you go out now. Yeah, you say you will not come back here. Learn behavior or don't come back here to this court. You know, it's one warning. If you come back, you will see what will happen. You know, that is the mentality from back then what we had. So, this is the video. We will see us again. Have behavior on the court. Until then, bye and ciao.
The scene is getting crowded, I'm a robber on